Hello, everybody. I'm back. Today, I'd like to discuss Cori Bush, a congresswoman from Missouri, representing their 1st district, which encompasses the city of St. Louis as well as much of the surrounding areas. She was criticized by a lot of right-wingers in the media this weekend for her use of black birthing people, or rather just birthing people. I say black birthing people with regards to the speech she was making, but she used the word birthing people to refer to mothers ahead of Mother's Day, spawning criticism, nationwide criticism. I hadn't even heard of her prior to this, which is why today I have her as the Democratic nominee in the 2024 election, along with Pennsylvania Senator Bob Casey Jr. for Rust Belt support. Against, we all know him, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, and another well-known national name, a senator from Cori Bush's home state, Josh Hawley of Missouri. Now, Cori Bush is African American. She will definitely, I think, mobilize this base. Much the way Obama did in 2008. And of course, I think that there'll be but however, I don't believe that Ron DeSantis is the sacrificial lamb that McCain might have been. He's praised as the new shining star in the party. Somebody who wasn't all that well known only 4 or 5 years ago, but somebody who's risen to national prominence. I think that Missouri is going to be safe for the GOP because Josh Hawley is more well known than Cori Bush in the state, and it's taken a pretty hard shift to the right in recent years anyway. So, okay. Florida. Easy in the bag. I'd say anywhere from lean to safe, 10 to 15 points for DeSantis Hawley. Maybe even some crossover support in the state because Ron DeSantis is very popular right now. Georgia is tough, but I'm going to give it back to the GOP by a lean margin. I believe that DeSantis will do better amongst suburbanites than Donald Trump did. And also, I believe that a lot of the African-American turnout spawned by Stacey Abrams will stay home, perhaps in response to the controversial voting laws that just came into play here. North Carolina, usually won by the GOP. I'm going to give it to DeSantis by something like a 3 or 4 point margin. I believe that, again, he'll do better in suburbia here. Texas is likely. I believe that some well-known figures in Texas, Governor Greg Abbott, as well as Senator Ted Cruz, will drum up a lot of support for Ron DeSantis here. They'll portray Cori Bush as a radical liberal. Alaska, same old 10-point margin. Arizona, I'm going to give back to the GOP by a lean margin too, much for the same reasons as Georgia. I think that DeSantis will have more moderate appeal, which is why I'm giving him Nevada by a lean margin as well. That'll be a controversial choice. Nebraska at large, District 1, District 3 are all safe, but District 2 I'm actually going to give to Cori Bush because it is an urban congressional district, and I believe that she'll spawn a lot of support from these cities. I believe that because of Bob Casey, Pennsylvania is definitely within play by a tilt margin. Ron DeSantis will make it very, very close here, but in Ohio, also going to be likely. But I believe that Bob Casey will influence the vote just enough to hand the Bush ticket the state. And for the rest of the Rust Belt, I'm going to give Minnesota to her too. But I think Wisconsin, by a lean margin, definitely goes to DeSantis, just because of the way it's been trending, and Iowa likely. So that already spoils the victor. I think Michigan can still be tilt for the Democratic Party. Once again, not out of play. New Hampshire is going to be a likely margin just because of the way it swung recently. In Maine District 2, I believe that the GOP will hold on here. It'll be competitive, but the GOP will hold on here. And is that it? I believe that is it. Ron DeSantis becomes president. Hawley becomes vice president, defeating the congresswoman and senator. And the control of the White House flips back to the GOP in this close election. Sensible absurdity out.